Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. It's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. And the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Drew Brees and the Washington football team.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, look, some might say that football is a young man's fancy, so to speak, but don't tell that to these two quarterbacks because they come in here with a lot, and I mean a lot, of NFL experience.
Hey, I like the Young Turks. I like the Baker Mayfields. I like the Patrick Mahomes. I like the Lamar Jacksons. But I do like those grizzled veterans who know how to play the game, know how to run their team, and know how to handle difficult situations. Maybe I'm just showing my age, too.
Of the NFL season, Week 17 is underway. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Takes over first.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be led out by the all-time leader in terms of passing yards in NFL history, their 41-year-old quarterback, Drew Brees.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Now Brees on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Brees to throw again. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham.
Brees pass.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The numbers for him from a week ago, 21 carries, 107 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync. and that bodes well this late in the season.
He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Washington.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From the 31, Breeze, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front. We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to... And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Final week of the year, an absolute must-win game for them, so they needed to get on the board first. They were able to do just that. And you laid out the stakes, so just think what they've been working with this entire build-up towards this game. Must win. Got to get on the board first. They accomplished that. Now they can't have any type of a letdown. Long way to go in this one. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position. Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run. Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. He was tackled. The numbers for Williams a week ago, 14 carries, 51 yards and a touchdown. And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but
I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Smith now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. To throw is Smith. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone.
You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
They run. It's Williams. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Williams stopped up short of the goal line on 4th down. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously, the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been in an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission, that's their challenge, and you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Throwing now is Breeze. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Ziggy Ansah able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Johnson on the coverage.
To throw is Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Starlatulele able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On first down, Smith. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, Smith. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Jamal Williams. And that'll make it third down. From the gun, here's Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. And they have been disruptive in the passing game, as we're going to see here.
And it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, you cover a guy in your area. And those windows that quarterbacks are seeking to throw into, they're closed in this case.
Yeah, they've been all over the place, knocking down pass after pass. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the
now Breeze on the bootleg. This one brought in by Jefferson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Shotgun now for Breeze. That is caught right at the 10-yard line.
Breeze.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Junior. A gain of 9.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. A gain of 6 there on first.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They've become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Now Breeze lost the football.
Alex Smith. Fumble on the play. Recovered.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now the point after try for Santos. And it's good to make it 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Cairo Santos.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Smith. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Smith trying to get him to the line quickly with the clock rolling. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jalen Ferguson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Smith. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down at the 28. And now White. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Smith. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Washington 14. Eagles 3.
So they do get 3 points, but that's not 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. As we find ourselves in Week 17, he's already well over the 1,000-yard mark. So there's no pressure there. We'll just see where this final tally ends.
And I love what you just talked about there. There's no pressure. There's pride, right? So the higher he can take that number and rank with his peers, everyone wants to be number 1. He wants to post that number like a good golfer, right? Post the best score and go to the clubhouse and kick back and see if anyone can match it.
Well, and he's the go-to guy here out wide. We'll see what they can do with him in this game. Defensively, they have a big challenge on their hands. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Breeze now to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. Here's Breeze to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again, Smith. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the 2nd half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Eagles take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
The pass.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Smith. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Jamal Williams.
The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Taken down at
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
Smith's pass intercepted by Washington. They'll take
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. Down.
Helaire, the ball carrier, taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw, it's Breeze. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Third down. And
Now Breeze. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Breeze pass.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And my goodness, this is incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Mata brought him down. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Smith. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 33. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At the 33-yard line.
Now Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Second and 1 at the 24-yard line.
Now the third-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny.
Good for another.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cox. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Smith. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he stopped immediately there.
Jamal Williams.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
The line of scrimmage.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Smith. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
22-yard line.
Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And this certainly confirms all the chatter, just how big of a final weekend this is. For the moment, the 6th seed is theirs, but it'll take a victory to officially lock that down.
And we have to keep reminding ourselves that number 6, that's no longer the final seed. We go 7 deep in each conference now. But you're at the point now where you have to win to guarantee your spot. You don't want to get stuck scoreboard watching and hoping other teams can help you out by winning their games or losing their games. You got to take care of business yourself and erase all doubt.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Breeze. Jarvis Landry, Pro Bowl wideout, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2. After the interception, here's Smith. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Landry. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Breeze now. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, it's Breeze. Smith catches left side. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
No gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Breeze going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Good for an Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 47.
Operating from the gun. Smith, and that is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Throwing again, Smith, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
For Davius White on the coverage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At the 31. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Washington.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On play action, now Breeze. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And to give this time to the tailback. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Santos now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So now the Eagles down by 7. At time, a huge factor. And they've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. First and 10. Smith. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Washington.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Washington, they will indeed finish over 500 at 9-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 3-13 season. And this front office will have plenty of work to do in the draft and through free agency to turn this ship around. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.